Hello, my name is Adam Itzel. I'll be giving a speech about texting while driving. In 2011, at least 23% of car crashes were caused by texting while driving alone. As you can see, there's a direct correlation between texting and driving and car accidents. Cell phone usage has become a popular thing not only among teenagers but adults also. In 2012, 6 billion people own cell phones, and 83% of American adults alone own a cell phone. So it's not just teens texting while driving, it's also adults. Teens spend a majority of their time on their cell phones, or they will always have their cell phones on them. If you look around, you'll likely see a teenager with their cell phone either in their pocket, on their side, or in their hand, listening to music, texting, or playing a game, or calling somebody. If you stop while you're driving a car and you look to your left or your right, you will likely see someone looking down at their lap texting. Albert Einstein said, "I fear the day technology will surpass our human interaction, and the world will have a generation full of idiots." Now, I don't think we have a generation full of idiots just yet, but the decisions we're making, like texting while driving, is a very idiotic decision. Our society has become so obsessed with the usage of cell phones. This is starting to affect how we drive because we can't look away from our phones while we drive. August 4th, this past summer, a serious accident was caused by texting while driving. Picture of the car crash. As you can see from the picture, the whole front of the car has been smashed in. The top of the car has been pressed down into the seats, and the two doors were ripped off the sides, and there's shrapnel all over the ground. An 18-year-old girl was texting while she was driving, and she had a 23-year-old Air Force veteran passenger. And when she was driving and she was texting, she ran into another car, which killed her own passenger, the Air Force veteran, and damaged the legs of the person she hit. The driver who was texting now faces 5 years in prison for aggravated vehicular homicide and aggravated vehicular assault, and faces a $150,000 fine. Here's a quote from the mother whose son died. "I took my son's life, and it was a needless death. I can't imagine him not saying something about her texting while she was driving. Perhaps we'll never know the answer to that one, though." The House of Representatives in Ohio passed a law against texting while driving, and now awaits to go through the Senate. Although there are no federal laws against texting while driving, many states such as Maryland, Ohio, are passing laws against texting while driving. And in fact, in Maryland, you can't even have your cell phone out. You can't call anybody. You have to use a Bluetooth hands-free device. Texting while driving makes the probability of getting in a car crash 23 times more likely to happen. And because of that, there are about 6,000 deaths per year, and about half a million people get injured in these car crashes due to texting while driving. This past year, I had an experience where a driver almost hit me with his car because he wasn't paying attention because he was texting while driving on the highway. This man, looking at his cell phone, decided it would be a good time to merge without looking at his mirrors behind him or anywhere else other than his cell phone, and almost hit me while merging. Because we were on a highway, we were traveling considerably fast, about 60 miles an hour, and if he had hit me, it would have been a really devastating car crash. Definitely someone would have gotten hurt and possibly even killed. If someone wasn't wearing a seatbelt, definitely got thrown out of their car. Because of this experience, I have a strong passion to see texting while driving become illegal. I'm sure if you've been in an accident caused by texting while driving, or almost have been in an accident due to someone possibly merging into your lane or not looking where they were going when they were pulling out because they're on their cell phone, then you would have the same feeling I do against texting while driving. You understand why I'm telling you all this. But if you have not considered this, if you have a child or someone who is really close to you, then the likelihood of them texting while driving, or being in the car with someone who's texting while driving, or even being hit by someone who's texting and driving is a really high chance because of everyone who texts and drives these years. My friend also had a similar experience, but he was able to stop the situation before it got dangerous. He was with one of his friends in the car, and she started texting while driving. He told me, "I felt really unsafe and I felt like the situation was out of my control. Like I couldn't do anything to make myself feel safe while she was texting. He asked her to stop texting, and she said, all right, and then she put her phone away and didn't look at it for the rest of the car ride. It's stuff like this that we can do when we're driving with someone, or when someone can do when we're texting while driving. Just saying a simple, hey, can you not do that because you're making me feel safe or unsafe. Stuff like that can really save a lot of lives and cause a lot less car accidents and injury to people. All you have to do is ask your family or family member to not text while drive. So what's really stopping America from passing laws against texting while driving? Personally, I think it's because not many people are aware of the devastating effect of texting while driving and how much danger it causes to people and how many accidents there are per year and how many deaths, how many people we lose per year because of this. People are not aware that mothers and fathers lose children every day because of these texting accidents. Because one person absolutely had no other choice than to send a 3-word text message because they just couldn't wait till they got out of the car, couldn't tell them, hey, I'm driving real quick, I can't text you. Because this text message was probably so important that they just had to send it. And they just had to do that, and that, you know, causes car accidents. And that's what causes these deaths, and we lose people. Like, people die because of this. And you don't want that on your mind either. Can you imagine that? Like, this text message was so important that someone had to die because of it. Imagine carrying that, like, for the rest of your life. I know I wouldn't want to carry that. When you take someone's life like that, whether on purpose or an accident, there'll be one more empty spot at graduation this year because of that. All because someone had to send a silly little text message. It's our jobs as Americans to bring awareness to this, because I don't think people really know the devastating effect of this. This problem can't solve itself. It takes an effort from everybody to solve this problem. Thank you for listening to my speech.